Deuteronomy 10. The Lord said to me at that time, cut 2 stone tablets like the first ones and come to me on the mountain and make a wooden ark. I will write on the tablets the words that were on the first tablet you broke, and you are to place them in the ark. So I made an ark of acacia wood, cut 2 stone tablets like the first ones, and climbed the mountain with the 2 tablets in my hand. Then on the day of the assembly, the Lord wrote on the tablet what had been written previously, the 10 commandments that he had spoken to you on the mountain from the fire. The Lord gave them to me, and I went back down the mountain and placed the tablet in the ark I had made, and they have remained there as the Lord commanded me. The Israelites traveled from Beeroth Bene Jaakan to Mosera. Aaron died and was buried there, and Eleazar his son became priest on his place. They traveled from there to Gudgodah, and from Gudgodah to Jotbathah, a land with flowing streams. At the time the Lord set apart the tribe of Levi to carry the ark of the Lord's covenant, to stand before the Lord, to serve him, and to pronounce blessing in his name, as it is today. For this reason, Levi does not have a portion or inheritance like his brothers. The Lord is his inheritance, as the Lord your God told him. I stayed on the mountain for 40 days and 40 nights like the first time. The Lord also listened to me. On this occasion, he agreed not to annihilate you. Then the Lord said to me, get up, continue your journey ahead of the people, so that they may enter and possess the land I swore to give their ancestors. And now, Israel, what does the Lord your God ask of you except to fear the Lord your God by walking in all his ways, to love him, and to worship the Lord your God with all your heart and all your soul? Keep the Lord's command and statutes I'm giving you today for your own good. The heavens, and indeed the highest heavens, belong to the Lord your God, as does the earth and everything in it. Yet the Lord had his heart set on your ancestors and loved them. He chose their descendants after them. He chose you out of all the people as it is today. Therefore circumcise your heart and don't be stiff-necked any longer. For the Lord your God is the God of gods and the Lord of lords, the great, mighty, and a whispering God, showing no partiality and taking no bribe. He executes justice for the fatherless and the widow, and loves the resident alien, giving him food and clothing. You are also to love the resident alien, since you are a resident alien in the land of Egypt. You are to fear the Lord your God and worship him. Remain faithful to him and take oath in his name. He is your praise and he is your God who has done for you these great and awe-inspiring works your eyes have seen. Your ancestors went down to Egypt, 70 people in all, and now the Lord your God has made you numerous like the stars of the sky. Deuteronomy 11. Therefore, love your God and always keep his mandate and his statutes, ordinances, and commands. Understand today that is not your children who experienced or saw the discipline of the Lord your God, his greatness, strong hand, and outstretched arm, his signs and works he did in Egypt to Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and all his land. What he did to Egypt's army, its horses and chariots, when he made the water of the Red Sea flow over them as they pursued you. And he destroyed them completely. What he did to you in the wilderness until you reached this place, and what he did to Dathan and Abiram, the son of Eliab, the Rebunite, when in the middle of the whole Israelite camp, the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them, their household, their tent, and everything living thing with them. Your own eyes have seen great work the Lord had done. Keep every command and giving you today, so that you may have strength to cross into and possess the land you are inherited, and so that you may live long in the land the Lord swore to your ancestors, to give them and their descendants a land flowing with milk and honey. For the land you are tearing to possess is not like the land of Egypt from which you have come, where you sowed your seed and irrigated by hand as a vegetable garden. But the land you are entering to possess is the land of the mountains and valleys, watered by rain from the sky. It is an island the Lord your God cares for. He is always watching over it from the beginning to the end of the years. If you carefully obey my commands I am giving you today to love the Lord your God and worship him with all your heart and all your soul, I will provide rain for your land in the proper time, in autumn and spring rains, and you will harvest your grain, new wine, and fresh oil. I will provide grass in your field for your livestock. You will eat and be satisfied. Be careful that you are not in test to turn aside, serve and bow in worship to other gods. Then the Lord's anger will burn against you. He will shut the sky, and there will be no rain in the land, will not yield its produce, and you will perish quickly from the good land the Lord is giving you. Imprint these words of mine in your heart and minds. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them be assembled on your forehead. Teach them to your children, talking about them when you sit in your house and when you walk along the road, when you lie down and when you get up, your house and on your city gates, so that as long as the heavens are above the earth, your days and those of your children may be many in the land of the Lord swore to give your ancestors. For if you carefully observe every one of these commands I am giving you to follow, to love the Lord your God, walk in all his ways, to remain faithful to him, the Lord will drive out all these nations before you, and you will drive out nations greater and stronger than you are. Every place the sole of your foot treads will be yours. Your territory will extend from the wilderness to the Lebanon, and from the Euphrates River to the Mediterranean Sea. No one will be able to stand against you. The Lord your God will put fear and dread of you in all the land where you set foot, as he has promised you. Look, today I set before you a blessing and a curse. There will be a blessing if you obey the commands of the Lord your God I am giving you today, and a curse if you do not obey the commands of the Lord your God, and you will turn aside from the path I commanded you today by following other gods you have not known. When the Lord your God brings you into the land you are entering to possess, you are to proclaim the blessing at Mount Gerizim, and he curse at the Mount Ebal. Aren't these mountains across the Jordan beyond the western road in the land of the Canaanites who live in the Arabah opposite Gilgal near the oaks of Moreh? For you are about to cross the Jordan to enter and take possession of the land the Lord your God is giving you. When you possess it and settle in it, be careful to follow all the statutes and ordinances I set before you today.
Deuteronomy chapter 12. Be careful to follow these statutes and ordinances in the land that the Lord, the God of your ancestors, has given you, to possess all the days you live on the earth. Destroy completely all the places where the nations that you are driving out worship their gods, on the high mountains, on the hills, and under every green tree. Tear down their altars and smash their sacred pillars, burn their Asherah poles, cut down the carved images of their gods, and wipe out their numbers from every place. Don't worship the Lord your God this way. Instead, turn to the place the Lord your God chooses from all your tribes to put his name for his dwelling and go there. You are to bring there your burnt offerings and sacrifices, your tenths and personal contributions, your vow offerings and free will offerings, and the firstborn of your herd and flock. You will eat there in the presence of the Lord your God and rejoice with your household in everything you do, because the Lord your God has blessed you. You are not to do as we are doing here today. Everyone is doing whatever seems right in his own sight. Indeed, you have not yet come into the resting place and the inheritance the Lord your God is giving you. When you cross the Jordan and live in the land the Lord your God is giving you to inherit, and he gives you rest from all the enemies around you, and you live in security, then the Lord your God will choose will choose the place to have his name dwell. Bring there everything I command you, your burnt offerings, sacrifices, offerings of the tenth, personal contributions, and all your choice offerings you vow to the Lord. You will rejoice before the Lord your God. You, your son and daughters, your male and female slaves, and the Levites who is within your city gates, since he has no portion or inheritance among you. Be careful not to offer your burnt offerings in all the sacred places you see. You must offer your burnt offerings only in the place the Lord chooses in one of your tribes, and there you must do everything I command you. But whenever you want, you may slaughter and eat meat within any of your city gates, according to the blessing the Lord your God has given you. Those who are clean or unclean may eat it, as they would a gazelle or deer. But you must not eat the blood. Pour it on the ground like water within your city gates. You may not eat the tenth of your grain, new wine or fresh oil, the firstborn of your herd of flock, any of your vow offerings that you pledge, your free will offerings, or your personal contributions. You are to eat them in the presence of the Lord your God at the place the Lord your God chooses you. You, your son and daughters, your male and female slaves, and the Levites who is within your city gates. Rejoice before the Lord your God in everything you do, and be careful not to neglect the Levites as long as you live in your land. When the Lord your God enlarges your territory as he has promised you, and you say, I want to eat meat, because you have a strong desire to eat meat, you may eat it whenever you want. If the place where the Lord your God chooses to put his name is too far from you, you may slaughter any of your herd or flock he has given you as I have commanded you, and you may eat within your city gates whenever you want. Indeed, you may eat as the gazelles and deer are eaten. Both the clean and the unclean may eat it, but don't eat the blood, since the blood is the life, and you must not eat the life with the meat. Do not eat the blood. Pour it on the ground like water. Do not eat it, so that you and your children after you will prosper, because you will be doing what is right in the Lord's sight. But you are to take the holy offerings you have and your vow offerings and go to the place the Lord chooses. Present the meat and blood of your burnt offerings on the altar of the Lord your God. The blood of your other sacrifices is to be poured out because the altar of the Lord your God, but you may eat the meat. Be careful to obey all these things I command, so that you and your children after you may prosper forever, because you will be doing what is good and right in the sight of the Lord your God. When the Lord your God annihilates the nations before you, which you are entering to take possession of, and you drive them out and live in their land, be careful not to be ensnared by their ways after they have been destroyed before you. Do not inquire about their God, asking, how did these nations worship their gods? I'll also do the same. You must not do the same to the Lord your God, because they practice every detestable act, which the Lord hates for their gods. They even burnt their sons and daughters in the fire to their gods. Be careful to do everything I command you. Do not add anything to it or take anything away from it.